I've personally never been very fond of the idol genre. It's too cutesy and in your face to me, and honestly there's no niche that other genres of anime don't fill. I could go into numerous shows from various genres and find better drama, cuter girls, better animation, and better music. I've actually never been a fan of idol music, so that one's a bit biased, but I will die on a hill saying idol animes are pandered to degenerates with mild to severe brain damage. Holy, I just projected hard. I've just never seen the appeal in a genre, until this season. I'm talking about Oshi no Ko, and allow me to make this abundantly clear. This is not a video essay. I'm not trying to convince you on whether or not I think this show is a masterpiece. It's a surface level recommendation. I am not going in depth and analyzing everything. I've been wrong by too many anime in the past, and I'd rather just let this roller coaster ride before I get really deep into it. Now I know what you're probably thinking to yourself. Oshi no Ko is not an idol anime, you dumb f***. And you'd be right. But the premise is entirely based around one of the characters being an idol. You can't expect me to sit through the first episode, which is essentially a movie about the ins and outs of being one, and not draw comparisons to the genre. Like, do you know what I'm getting at? Sorry about the little rant. Let's get back on topic. You know what the story's like? I'll tell you what it's like. It's 2013, and Kim Kardashian is pregnant with Kanye's child. You read about it on Twitter, and as you scroll through the news, me, a really big, muscular Asian appears on your doorstep. Now what do? You don't do shit. Cause I murder you. You want no fucking part of this shit? Come out and fucking scare shitless, cup. Beat your fucking ass, bro. After you get murderized, you open your eyes to the horrific news that your new name is now North. Now drop 2 nukes on it and congratulations, you have Oshi no Ko. This show was a very pleasant surprise to me. I remember when one of my friends pitched the recommendation, and when I read the synopsis, I couldn't help but let out a slight sigh. But I have to say, I'm glad I kept an open mind, because this anime is pretty extraordinary. I won't sing too many praises because by the time I'm finished writing this, there will only be 3 episodes out. But damn, how refreshing it feels to get an hour and 20-minute special as a first episode. Look, I know it seems a bit ingenuine to think something is good because it breaks the norm, but I definitely think it's justified in this case. Without spoiling anything, it's a great move to set all the formalities aside and concentrate the prologue into 1 really long episode instead of 3 shorter ones. This allows the quality to peak really high, and for an anime which places a lot of its eggs into the prologue, first impressions are absolutely everything. It truly needed to have something like a movie for a first episode, and they pace it extremely well. As for the content, I think it does a fine job at expressing the hardships and the corruption around the entertainment industry. It's also complemented with a sense of self-awareness and comedy that I also found to be really amusing. With themes that I saw last touched by Perfect Blue, Oshi no Ko is a super refreshing new face to anime, and I hope they keep the quality of the next 8 episodes high, because historically, shows with really strong starts tend to fall super flat towards the end. So they better take some notes out of Ufotable and squeeze as much as they can out of that budget. All in all, I highly recommend Oshi no Ko to anyone looking for a grittier type of anime. This show will not shy away from displaying to you the ugliness of showbiz, and trust me, it's pretty grotesque. But do heed my words. Finish the anime before you get into the manga. This might just be a personal problem I have, but after watching the first episode, I went ahead and binged the entire manga. Little to say, I was disappointed, and sadly that actually hindered my experience of the show. So don't be an impatient dickhead like me and just wait for the show to complete airing. Again, you might not feel the same way I do, but deadass, why risk your enjoyment when you can just wait for the show to end and then read afterwards? I actually stand to gain from asking myself that question, but my point still stands. Anyways, Oshi no Ko. It's pretty good. Give it a shot.